back here at home. We're going to head up for another check of that holiday forecast.
Yeah, very windy way to end this week, Alana.
Very much so, Glenn. The wind's still out there tonight, taking that live view from the Colonial Flag Tower camera, and you could see throughout the day the winds were whipping. Our highest wind gust, a 54-mile-per-hour gust at Salt Lake International. We had a wind advisory in effect for much of the day. We beat Wendover, 44 miles per hour. Delta, Milford, really big numbers. Cache Valley, those southerly winds taking over. We've seen that advisory expire, but it's still gusty out there. 84 for that daytime high, running below average. And St. George topped out at 73. They started the wet weather last night, and they've continued the trend tonight. This is what it looked like this evening as the heavy rain was coming down. They saw plenty of urban flooding with flood advisories that popped up and a flood watch still currently in effect. Are you ready for some big numbers? Over 2 inches in Ivins, 1.39 in St. George proper. Hurricane getting big rain, over an inch in Virgin near Zion National Park, and Zion getting close to 3/4 of an inch. Cedar City, Bryce, Price, all measurable moisture there. Milford getting over 1/10, so did Pleasant Grove. Radar showing all that lightning again in Washington County. Here we go. Heavy rain, rounds of rain with plenty of lightning and gusty winds expected as we get through the next couple of hours. Those storms will push north. Here we are into central Utah, Provo to Nephi, getting a little bit of wet weather. We're unsettled on the backside of the Wasatch, while the Wasatch Front stays drier and quiet tonight. The storm threat had that marginal risk, and as we head into tomorrow, it's more of a general thunderstorm threat for the entire state. The reason being monsoon surge. We're on the western side of this area of high pressure, dragging that moisture from the south into Utah, and we're capitalizing on it and bringing in thunderstorms, also bringing in cooler temperatures. That flood watch I talked about holds on until Saturday evening. We don't have any other active flood warnings or advisories in the state right now, but as you look to the south, they do in Nevada, and those storms are heading towards the Beehive State for the overnight. Futurecast walks us through the timing here. If you've got outdoor plans this weekend, you need to stay weather aware. Watch as those storms push north. Here we are by midnight. Could see some activity along the Wasatch Front. South central Utah and the West Desert stays active. For the overnight, we're looking at showers and some heavier rain embedded in these showers because of all of our moisture potential. We'll start out Saturday with isolated activity and keep that for the Wasatch Front. More widespread storm activity in the southern half of the state, south of I-70, and you can see in the heat of the day, here we are by noon, kicks up those storms. They'll fire off with Castle Country, the Basin, south central and southwestern Utah getting a bulk of the moisture. Sunday that changes and moves towards the Wasatch Front thanks to a passing cold front. Flash flood potential probable, and it's expected at Zion National Park for our Saturday. No slot canyons, no low-lying areas. That's just the takeaway for this weekend. 80s for tomorrow with isolated storms in the north, more widespread activity in southern Utah. Notice how we keep things cool, way below average in the 80s. A slight chance on Labor Day in St. George. Ridge of high pressure comes back, bringing the 90s by the middle of next week. Here's the Wasatch Front. Scattered storm potential for your holiday weekend.